Hey there, everyone. Somebody's in here. Who's in here? Hold on. Let me get to the comments. Hey, Cheryl. So, listen, I didn't go live yesterday like I normally do on a Friday because my husband had a defibrillator put in his chest. So, our day was pretty much, you know, tied up. Hey, Naughty Heathen. So, I was like, I had made my chickpea and potato curry again. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go live today and just have my, and it's got a little juice down there because I made mine a little wet. No, I'm just kidding. But I did keep it saucy so that it would have like the liquid that I could pour over the rice so the rice could suck up that flavor. So, yeah, that's what's going on. Plus, I've been in a couple lives today. So, the prepping community has been dropping a lot of gems today. Um, Urban, goes live Saturday mornings. And we were on there just talking about, just showing up for people. You never, right, Naughty? You never know what someone's going through. Um, so just checking in. Also making sure that somebody's out there checking in on you, and taking care of yourself, knowing that self-care is not selfish. So just showing up, for yourself and for the people that you love. Because a lot of people fall into a little bit of a mood this time of year. Hey, Crafty. Hey, Pal Pal. Maybe they are missing someone. I know on African Dreaming's live earlier in the week, he mentioned that he was going through a period of funk, I guess you could say. And when he really sat down and thought about it, he realized that he was missing his mom. And he had a conversation with his wife about it because he didn't want her to think that it was anything to do with her or anything towards her. But I totally related to that because I've been there. I didn't realize that I was dropping into a slight funk, but my husband brought it to my attention probably 3 or 4 years after my mom passed. He just was one day was like, "Are you okay?" Excuse me, and I said, "Yeah." Why you ask that? I'm like, "I'm fine." He was like, "I don't know. You just get kind of solemn. It seems like every year around this time, and it's always close to the holidays." Well, I spent holidays with my family at my mom's house, so it was probably there and me just not recognizing that I was falling into like a bit of a funk. But, check on those strong friends too, because sometimes we just push through. And I didn't even realize, like I said, that I was actually showing up in a way that wasn't who I normally am. But he picked up on that. So, yeah. And then I was over at Planter Garden TV, and he was just talking about you know how we get into the routine of showing up to jobs. Hey, TLC. And we're like, I'm just here to get a paycheck instead of being there to learn and use the skills that you pick up to grow, may it be within the business or grow as for you to start your own business. So, I mean, it was a really good live as well. I go into a funk every August. I know the feeling. Yeah. It starts for me probably about September. So, as soon as the fall hits. But I think that I don't really fall into it as much anymore. My mom passed away in 2008. Not that that makes me miss her any less, but I think that I have dealt with a lot of the emotions behind losing her. At the time that she passed, I was the strong one. I am the middle child. I am the only girl. So my brothers, they didn't have the capacity to show up and take care of things. I took care of everything. And My brother, my especially my older brother, I'm 7 years younger than my older brother, and me and my baby brother are like right behind each other, a year behind each other. And I remember him saying, like, you haven't, I don't feel like you really are dealing with it. You haven't had any, I haven't seen you cry, I haven't seen you break down. And I'm like, I don't got time to all that, but at the same time, we weren't hit with her passing out of the blue. She had been dealing with health issues for many years. I was her caretaker for most of those years, actually, probably up to a couple months before she passed. And we always had a close relationship. So um, that's where my missing her comes from. It's just us just sitting and talking, or her calling me, and or me calling her at the end of my day, or me popping up at her house like, what you over here doing, stuff like that. So yeah, yeah, check on those strong friends. So how are you guys doing on this Saturday? Because I've seen a lot of you guys in different lives. I've been in some of the 24-hour live-a-thon lives. Some of them I didn't make. Some of them I missed, especially the ones that happened in the middle of the night. So I'll go back and check them out at some point and see what people were doing on their hour. But I have been in a couple of them. It's tiring always being the strong person of the family. Facts. Excuse me, facts. And what I took from being a caretaker, and I tell this to other people because I had a friend whose um, dad's wife, so it was her stepmom, was the caretaker, and she got mad at her, and she felt like she was trying to take the easy way by asking for help with like in-home nurses coming in and stuff like that. And I was like, brakes, pump them. If you have never been a caretaker, please don't talk to a caretaker about what they are may or may not be doing because you ain't done it. Being a caretaker means that you put a lot of what your needs are on hold. I mean, it's more than taking care of a child. It's more than taking care of your own. Because I had a child when I was caretaking for my mom. My child was young. She was probably 4 when I first started taking care of my mom. She became a part of it a little bit, but not knowing that she was caretaking. Like she, go get this for Ganny, go take this to Ganny, stuff like that. But um, not really like where she was doing anything like really. But I just really hate when people put judgment on what they think somebody could have done more of or is doing too much of when you're not a caretaker. Hey, Urban. And, you got to be careful with that because caretaking is a lot on the caretaker. It's a lot on the person that's being taken care of. If you just think about yourself. You've been independent your whole life, and then you are dealing with something that causes you to have to depend on others to do. It's a lot for the person that's being taken care of. So show them some grace too, but you got to show grace to both the caretaker and the person that's being taken care of because it's a lot. It's a lot, y'all. So I always, hey, Jay, I always try to be mindful of that, like not judging somebody who is a caretaker. Urban, look, I made some more. And this time I did the eggs in it, the boiled eggs, like you were saying. So this will be my first time having that in my curry, but I did the chickpea potato curry again over some jasmine rice. And I did a couple boiled eggs. Well, I didn't make them. I bought the ones that are pre-made. Don't judge me. Um, but yeah, I put them in with the curry actually and let them kind of soak up some of that flavor. So we're going to see how that is. Naughty Heathen said, I'm basically a toddler, so my wife is my caretaker. Listen, my husband too. Excuse me. I told you he just had a procedure done yesterday. Well, he's actually being very a big kid today about it. Even yesterday, he hasn't had to take anything. He said it doesn't hurt enough to where he feels like he needs to take anything for pain. So, hey, cousin. Um, so yeah, he's doing good. He's been sleeping a lot. But I think that's because he didn't sleep the night before because he probably was nervous. And once they woke him up from the anesthesia, he really didn't sleep much after that either. So, yeah, not trying to be rude, just lightening the mood. It's all good. I didn't take it as being rude at all. And I ain't trying to dampen the mood, honestly. It just made me think about that, how it could be at this time of year, a lot for a lot of people. So be mindful of that. Check on your peoples, you know, make sure everybody's good, and just really genuinely ask. Don't just be like, because we are good at texting and not picking up the phone and calling all the time. And I'm guilty of that. Like, I don't have time to talk to every person. So a lot of times I'll text and say, hey, you're on my mind. Is everything good? How you been? And then I have to remember that that's okay every now and again. But if I haven't spoke to that person, I might need to make a phone call, you know. So yeah. And I have my cousin is Brooke, and she and I have a Marco that we're on Marco Polo, and we Marco each other almost every day. So we see each other's faces. You can't hide what you're feeling when people see you. So we don't always have time to have a phone conversation, but we see each other's face. Like, I'll pop in every morning on my way to work, like, good morning, hope you have a good day. Pray for me, because some of these, listen, y'all know how it is when you go to work. Sometimes you be good when you leave your house, and then them people start on you as soon as you walk in the door. So, and then some days, when I'm getting off of work, I'm back on there like, girl, this happened and this happened and this happened. So yeah. So how are you guys doing? How is everyone in the chat doing? How are y'all doing? Are y'all shopping? Done shopping? I went out today not to Christmas shop, but to get some stuff for crafting. As you see back there, that's my cup turner. So I am making a tumbler that I'm designing with glitter and vinyl and stuff and the Cricut. It's going to be fun. So I went to go get some things for that, and a couple other things that I picked up crafting wise, glitter and stuff. And these stores was off the chain. Off the chain. Would you say you broke? You done shopping then, huh? I'm one day at a time. I get it, Jay. I get it. But if you just look, and Jay, you don't be going, I don't think I've ever seen you go live. But sometimes it could be a little therapeutic because, like I said in Urban's live earlier, if you didn't catch her live, definitely check out the replay. It was a really good conversation. But like I said in there, I am. Anyway, squirrel, I'm reading the chat and talking. I was saying that, oh gosh, now I lost my train of thought. Jay was saying it takes it one day at a time. And I was saying, a friend of mine is calling me, but I'm not answering. But I was saying in there that it's okay to take some time out for you and to kind of regroup, so to say, because we deal with a lot of stuff day to day, and a lot of times we are just walking through the day and not really dealing with whatever it is. And sometimes you just need to know that you are not the only one. Not saying it in that way. The same thing that you are going through, you are not the only one. So sometimes it feels comforting to know that, like I use for an example, I work in bankruptcy. So um, knowing that I'm in a situation where I've messed up some decisions I made financially, and now I'm here. Bankruptcy wouldn't be a thing if you were the only one. So don't don't carry a lot of weight behind that. We're not perfect. We are definitely imperfect people. We long as we learn from the decisions that we made previously and make better decisions going forward, that's all you can ask for. Hey Demu, or oh no, she said as Demu said. I was about to say, is he in here? Um Gardening was his therapy. Gardening is definitely my therapy. So it's crafting. I use a lot of things as my therapy. Um, Nadi said, spent 2,500 on Yule for 4 kids. Not in my house. Mm-mm. My entire Christmas budget don't go over 500. I don't spend like that. I don't. I just don't. I don't. Still have to finish my daughter's gift. Got the grand finished, I hope. And on Baby Watch. Oh, awesome TLC. Daughter-in-law is due in a month. So any day, twins. Oh, awesome. One of my really, really good friends. I was gonna say best friend, but I really call her my sister. She just had twin grandchildren today. They were born today, boy and girl. Dominique and Dominique, listen, she just texted me. I think it was Dion. Yes, Dominique and Dion. And I was like, girl, that's just so exciting. Twins. Yes, she is having another set of twins. Good Lord. So she's one that has twins. I wouldn't have mind having twins. Not the first round, I didn't want it, but probably the second time I got pregnant, I wouldn't have mind. But yes. Um, we need more. We have plenty of Sagittarius. My dad is a Sagittarius. When is your birthday, Jay? Either it's just passed or it's coming up. Tell her I said congratulations. I will, Brooke. It was my friend Londa. Oh, look, we could read typos. We ain't gonna make a big deal of it. But yes, there's a lot of Sagittarius in the world. My dad is a Sagittarius. My nephew is a Sagittarius. His birthday just passed. My oldest daughter, her sister, her dad's other daughter is a Sagittarius. 11/26 is your son, Cheryl. Yours is the 21st. That's my dad's birthday, Jay. My dad's birthday is December 21st. So y'all are at the cusp. So you could have traits of Sagittarius and Capricorn at the same time. And the reason I know Capricorn is next because my mom's birthday comes in the next zodiac sign. But yes, I think when you're on the cusp, you show traits for both. I believe that. So you probably have some Sagittarius, which I never seen anything that I was a daddy's girl, so I might be biased. But my nephew, he's a Sagittarius. My daughter's sister, she is like she brightens up a freaking room when she comes into it. She has such a I tell my daughter all the time, like, she just seems too happy all the time. Just make sure she's okay. Like she's that kind of joyful every time you see her. And I'm like, I want to make sure she's okay and she's not putting on. But yeah. You want everybody to be a Sagittarius? No. TLC said both her granddaughters are Sagittarius. Hey, good eats. How are you? But yeah, I don't see any bad traits in Sagittarius or Capricorn. And like I said, I might be biased because my dad's Sagittarius, my mom's Capricorn. But I'm a Pisces, and I think they're the best sign, by the way. The only sign I tend to bump heads with is my husband's. Him and my oldest daughter have the same sign, and they drive me nuts in the same way. So I don't really bump heads with them, but they drive me nuts in the same way. I'd be like, if people didn't know, they would think that because he's not her biological dad. I was like, but they would think it because they think alike, they move alike, they think the same things are okay. It's just, oh, yes, yeah. I can't, but it's funny to me. So, guys, I haven't taken any bites of it. I'm about to now, because it's good. But I made another batch of my chickpea and potato um, curry, and this time I added a couple boiled eggs to it because Arvin said that that's what she does with hers sometimes to add some protein. I was like, that sounds like a great idea. My birthday is March 20. I mean, March 20. I was reading yours. I was reading, yeah, yours. I'm March 10th, 10 days before you. So you're on the cusp. That means you're between Pisces and Aries. But yep, I'm March 10th. Thank you, Urban. Type frugal in the chat to drop your links, guys. I forgot about that. Probably because I just popped up here just to chat and whatnot. This stuff is so good, y'all. If y'all haven't seen the video I made to show how to make this, I'm telling you, you are not going to miss meat not being in it. It's so good. And I add a little pepper flakes to it to give it a little, just a little kick, but it really don't give it enough, honestly, for me, because I don't even taste them. So I almost feel like I needed to add more, but that's me. Most people add, and Urban probably does this. And when I say Urban, I'm talking about Urban Gardening Chronicles. She probably does this, though. Most people will add a Scotch bonnet, an actual Scotch bonnet pepper. Just drop the pepper in there and let it simmer with all the cooking. So that probably puts the heat through it better, like through the whole dish. But I grew Scotch bonnets this year, but I dried them and made a pepper flake with it. I added a lot of pepper. So I had Scotch bonnets, jalapeno, habaneros, and serranos. And I just dried them up and made my own pepper flake blend. So that's what I put in here. But it's not really kicking my butt. And I know those flakes can be hot. So I probably just was kind of light-handed on it just so I didn't overpower it with heat, because I don't want stuff that's just fire, but I like a little kick. And it's still hot, by the way, in case you're thinking maybe it got cold. It was piping hot when I sat down. So it has not gotten cold, but it's good. But one of the things I was going to talk about, and I'm just on here talking, guys, so it ain't nothing really going on. But one of the things I was going to talk about, because it's something that had already been on my mind prior to today, listening to the other lives I set in, listening to. I had talked to a couple of the ladies that I talked to outside of YouTube that are creators, that going into the new year, I want to lean heavy in the beginning of the year, talking about budgeting and financial stuff. So mostly budgeting. And also, I think I want to talk about a couple of savings challenges and try to get, people to join in on that. And we just keep each other accountable to that. I do 2 savings challenges every year. This year, I think I'm going to switch up on one of them just because I think it'll be easier for me to do it with other people on YouTube. So yeah, I definitely want to do. I plan on using one of your homemade jellies. You should. Somebody just told me it was Tia. She used her pepper jelly on her turkey, and she said it was amazing. I think it was on her turkey. Anyway, no, it was on her ham, but she said it was amazing. But yes, I definitely want to lean into that because I think that a lot of times we just struggle with just taking the first step. when it comes to budgeting. And sometimes we overthink what it means to do that. And that's some of the hesitancy in doing it, because it seems like it's this that's just too, I don't have time to do all that. But it's not. It's very simple. It's not like ridiculous in steps to do to get there. And trust me, it's no such thing as a perfect budget every month. My budget is not perfect every month. I have erasable ink pens for that reason. You see that? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because sometimes the budget ain't what the budget needed to be. Y'all see that? This was December's. Where does it say December at? Up here in the corner. It says 12. Focus. 12/22. Okay. So you see that Discover in that city? You see what they were when I made my budget? You see what they were when it got time to pay them? Because people be spending money. So there's no such thing as a perfect budget. You just give yourself grace and try to do it better the next month. So I when I'm doing my budget, I budget it based on, so next month when I write down January, or this month when I write down my January budget, I will use the figures for what I paid on, like, bills. When I say bills, utilities, gas, electric, cell phones, whatever. And then that's what goes on my next month budget. And then when I get the bill to pay it, I write down what I actually paid. So when you look at what that was my Discover City card accounts, I actually paid the amounts that were more, but I didn't budget for those mores because I hadn't spent that money yet. It happens. It happens. I'm just saying. I like the savings challenge. Good. I'm going to talk about that. I probably right after the new year. I might do it on January 2nd because I am off work that day. That's a Monday. Um, I might do it on January 2nd. Or I might do it on New Year's Eve. I mean, I don't know. A lot of people don't really go out like that for New Year's Eve. I don't. I might plan for that. And if people want to come up, actually, I don't know why I didn't share the link in the chat. Because if anybody wants to come up, because I ain't talking about nothing, just nothing and everything at the same time. I'm just saying. You can definitely tap in and I will bring you up. But yeah, I'll probably do it. I'm thinking now, because I was thinking January 2nd. No, I think New Year's Eve sounds even better. For those people who are, because one thing people gonna do for New Year's, I is make a resolution. I don't. I used to. Don't get me wrong. I used to. I don't. When I decide I'm going to do something, I don't care what day of the year it is. I just do it. I'm like, if I decide it's time to get to my crack down on my budget, I don't care if it's April 3rd. That means April 3rd, I'm going to be sitting down with a notebook trying to figure out how I'm going to do it. Me neither, TLC. I used to, though. So I don't knock anybody who does. I know people who their brain just only allows for fresh starts to happen at the beginning of the year. Now, I'm guilty with fresh starts for, like, when I'm trying to get on track with eating, or if I'm trying something, like when I went vegan, that couldn't happen until the beginning of the month that I was planning on doing it. I actually did it with Best Yet Journey. If you guys saw that live that I did, but now she actually started a couple days prior because she doesn't care about it being whatever day. Excuse me, but I do. We said November 1. My brain can't accept anything sooner than November 1. So, but after I did it, I realized I don't have a desire to eat meat anymore. I tell people this is my disclaimer. I didn't eat that much meat to begin with. So to judge, if you're a person that's a carnivore, like my husband is a carnivore, my husband loves the meats. You want steak? And he's like, can I get an extra steak? He just, yeah. So if you're that person, cutting out meat is going to be a harder task. For me, I didn't eat it that much to begin with because I had already not really cared for it. It was like, I can take it, but I don't really need it. Now I don't even bother. I just find recipes I can make without meat, or I make something I already like, but without meat. So didn't used to make curries. I started making these. Um, Actually, I just started, and it was Urban Gardening Chronicles' fault because she was talking about it on her live. I think last. Oh no, we were on Lash's channel, Lash's Journey. We were on her live, and she no, that's a lie. We were on Urban Gardening Chronicles last Saturday, and she mentioned it, and I was like, I have to have it. So I found a recipe. Now my recipe ain't her recipe, so I still told her I want to see her recipe because if you know, Urban Gardening Chronicle, she's Jamaican. She lives in Canada, but she is a Jamaican, and so they have different spices and stuff that they might use, and I'm like, I need your recipe because I want to taste it that way as well. This is more of an Indian curry. So, and it's good. It's really good. That was my first bite of the egg, and it's good. Tastes good. But yeah. And did I oh yeah, I did. Okay. I didn't know if I pinned the link. But and my other disclaimer is I'm not a financial specialist. I'm not a financial coach. I only would like to share what I've done that has helped me to get where I am so that it can possibly help you to clean up your budgeting and whatnot. So I'm not coming to you as a professional financial guru. I'm coming to you as somebody who used to have some screwed up budgeting and just didn't budget. It wasn't even screwed up budget. I just didn't do it. But I always tell people, I know this is something I did. I would write down how much my pay was, and on the same paper, I would write down what my bills were. And then you just do a simple add and subtract, right? Or subtract one from A from B. When I did that, it always said I had this surplus of money I would have after my bills were paid. But I never saw it. And I used to be like, what if but I'm supposed to have this much money to spend for the good. How come I don't see that? Because everywhere I went, I just swiped my card. Oh, you know what? Hey, you want to go to lunch with us today? Yeah, where y'all going? Swipe. Hey, you want to go out with us this weekend? You want to have a girls night out? Yeah, where we going? Swipe. Next thing I know, my account don't have what it's supposed to have because all I've been doing is those small swipes that added up to the amount of money that I should have had as a surplus. That part, Urban. Thank you. I just need to stay off Amazon. They sell everything but your mother. Cheryl, start putting it on a wish list. Attach your wish list to your, well, I know, yeah, you put out content, so to your channel. And if people want to bless you, they can bless you with those things that you wish for. Now, I'm saying that hypocritically because I just found out about, not just found out about it, but I never did a wish list. And somebody on here did have one, and they posted it just as if anybody wanted to bless them for their birthday. And I was like, why don't I have an Amazon wish list? Because I'm like you, I just stay on Amazon. But I'm also that person that goes onto different sites and put things in the cart and walk away and let those things sit for a long period of time before I actually buy it, if I buy it. So, you just pop up on you've just popped up on people's panels. Then I just assumed that maybe I had saw you on your own, but I know you've been up on people's panels. But yes, I agree though. It's not just Amazon. My oldest daughter, she's 26. Her kryptonite is not only Amazon, it's Shein. And I said, child, get off of there. Quit letting them $4 shirts and $5 jeans entice you. Because that's what they have. And I said, get off of there, step away. You don't need it. Just stop. She's like, I know, I can't help it. And it's they know how to target people to get what they have. They know how to. And then it's sad because we stay on YouTube and then somebody is on there talking about, oh, I just got this new hydroponic system. That thing right there. You see how little that is? This is not the system. That's just a little thing that you're supposed to start the seeds in. This is the system. And it has a couple of seedlings that have come up. That's why they're in there. And the other pods are in that little thing. But this was $10 because that's all I was willing to part with at this moment. Because I'm like, I don't even know if I can grow in there. And why is that light not on? Did I knock the plug out? I did not. Uh-uh. Or maybe it's on a timer because it's got a light that's supposed to be on. Uh-oh, y'all. I'm not going to get distracted with it. We're going to come back to it at another time because it's got a button there. It ain't cutting on. So I'm wondering if something's not plugged properly. Oh, well. We'll deal with that later. I don't know. Anyway, we see that. My daughter lives on that site. I'm telling you. We see that, though. And then we want one. You know, because if you've been over at Mike's Chaotic Gardening, he grows very well in hydroponic systems. But you know, you don't have to buy everything. I wish I had my other shirt on, the YouTube see, YouTube do, because that's what we do. You see it on YouTube, and then we're like, just think about the gardening community where we bought all these different things that put in the garden, like all these different foods for our plants. 555 and 10 and you know fish oil, I mean not fish oil, fish emotions and all the things. Hey Carbon, all the things. So yeah, it's just stop, Cheryl, step away from Amazon. I just saw that. She's like every week she has 5 or more packages. Step away, close it. But I get it, trust me. But yes, we gotta have some self-control there. We just can't go out and get all the things all the time. And that's why I do envelopes. I just I didn't get this. Somebody actually got that for me as a gift. I didn't pay for my Cricut, which is also over here. My cousin Brooke, who was just in the chat, gave me her Cricut because she wasn't using it. And thank you again, Urban. And I have bought like things to go along with it, but it has to come out of my crafting envelope. And when my crafting envelopes goes to zero, I have to wait till it's time to put money in there again. So that's what I mean with budgeting. It also creates some self-control. You can still have the things. You just don't have to be impulsive with getting them. You have to just, yeah. Amazon sending my email lights up from Amazon and Groupon like nobody's business. I'm like, if y'all don't stay out of my email, I don't want it. I don't want it. So yeah. And I've gotten some boxes, but most of the boxes I get be from people on the YouTubes. I'd be excited. Like sometimes I don't even know something is coming and I get something. I'm like, oh God, did I accidentally push a button on one of these sites and order something? Because I told you I had stuff sitting in carts. And then I'll open it and I'm like, no, I didn't order this. Who sent me this? And then as soon as I'll start sending messages to people, somebody will laugh and say, you're welcome or something to let me know it was them. But yeah, that's always nice to just have something show up and it's just a surprise. But yeah, don't let Amazon pull you in. They're built to do that. They're going to show up in your Instagram and your Facebook, everything with an ad with that one thing that you want to have. I don't fool with them. But yes, like Urban said, again, this is not financial advice. Consult a professional if you are trying to like really drill down with financials, any financial stuff. However, with budgeting, I'm just going to show you what I do, how I do it. You know, I use a planner. I am a big planner freak. There's my money that goes into my crafting envelope. I had taken it out the bank, and then I realized that my envelope for crafting, which you see there, it gets $50, is in my car, and there's the $50. So I have to put it in my envelope. And that was my December. And then when I do my January, which I have started, I've already written down what the bills are. There's no actuals because we ain't in January yet. But what's budgeted is already there. As you can see, excuse me, y'all. There is nothing for Discover and City. There's, matter of fact, I'm gonna write zero on there because that's what they are right now. I can guarantee you, I ain't gonna make it. And something's gonna go on there. I know it is every time. But right now they are at zero. Every time I feel like, why do you keep pulling that card out? But yes, like a box of chocolate. That's right, Jay. I need those envelopes. I am actually sorry. Let me take a drink because I got a tickle. I am actually going to do a giveaway, Cheryl. So stay tuned, and it will probably be on the 31st when I go live for a couple sets of the savings envelopes for the challenges that I'm going to do. So stay tuned for that. That was actually part of what I wanted to do for the savings challenges. I'm going to be doing 2 still. I just don't know if I'm going to do the same 2 I've done for the past 2 years. And just so y'all know what I've done the past couple of years. Well, actually, I said 2 years. I've been doing these dang on things for longer than that. So the last few years, I do the 52-week savings challenge because it's all cutesy with the ladies on the envelopes. So I did make these, but the template was sent to me. I got it off SD. So it's not my template, but each week you just put in the amount for that week. So week 1, $1, week 2, $2. Now you got 3, week 3, $3. Now you got 6, so on and so forth. And at the end, you would have $1,378. And you see all my check marks. I've done this challenge several times. This is the one I think I'm going to change for this one just to make it a little bit easier. And plus, I don't know. I might do my own version envelopes for these because I didn't want to just make somebody's stuff and send them to other people. And then the other challenge that I do every year. Now, this one I probably have only done for the last 3 years. I've done that 52-week one longer than that. But the few years ago, I was like, I need 2 challenges because this one was becoming too easy for me to fulfill. The hardest part with my challenges, too, is me figuring out what I'm going to use the money for because I don't be having a goal. But some people do. So, like, if you wanted to buy a Peloton, or you wanted to buy a new laptop, or whatever, you want to get a new phone, whatever it is, you want to get a new wardrobe, set a goal for your challenges. It could be several items. Maybe you want to get a laptop, a phone, and new clothes. Just set a goal for it. I find at the end that I'm like, where am I going to put this? What am I going to do with it? So this year, this is my other one I do, Saveopoly. It's like Monopoly. So I roll a virtual dice. I just pull up virtual dice on Google, and I roll the dice, and whatever it lands on is how much money I put in an envelope. Now with my Savopoly envelope, I think I had like $643 at the end. Well, at probably it was in October, and I used that for Christmas. That was what I used to do my Christmas shopping. So yeah. What did you eat, Gina? I'm still eating it. It's getting it's still warm. It ain't hot like it was, but I made the chickpea and potato curry, and I have a couple eggs in there, boiled eggs that I put in there with it, and it's really good because I like it. But it's really good, y'all. It's still warm enough. It's not cold at all, which I'm shocked about. But if I don't finish it, let's see. Oh yeah, you were telling the Urban. Yes. Yes. No, I got what you were saying. Curry chickpeas and potatoes. And if you guys are interested, there's a recipe on my channel for this chickpeas and potato. All I did is threw a couple hard boiled eggs in there to simmer in some of this the sauce from the curry. That's all. And yes, it's over jasmine rice. Lydia, it's over some jasmine rice. So it's got rice, potato, chickpeas, and hard boiled eggs. I wish I had some spinach, and I didn't because I wanted to put some spinach in it, but I got it next time. Carbon, it is delicious. I promise you. It is delicious. So this one, you're not going to know what you're going to have by the end of the year because you're just going to be putting in amounts from whatever you land on, just so you can see some of the amounts if it comes in and focuses. But it has like, let's start with go. The smaller ones, 7. No, is that a 7? No, $1, $9, $8, 15, 22, 17, 19, 12, 22. It's just like the game where the places will cost you different amounts. And the ones that have the higher numbers are Broadway or Boardwalk and Park Place, I think they are, on the real Monopoly game. And it's 33 and 35. If you hit on tax, it's $40. The railroads are about 15. Yep, they're all $15. Utilities is 21. And what's the other one? Oh, the other utility. So the waterworks is 21, and the electric utility is 30. Go to jail is $20. Just visiting is $10. Zero if you hit land on free parking. Nobody wants to do that. We trying to save money. We ain't trying to get no freebies. And this thing has a thing up here. I think I'm going to do this one. I did buy this as well, but I don't mind making copies of this and laminating it and sending it to people. The same way I'm like with that one. I don't know why I'm like that. Plus, this is more work for me. But I think I'm gonna do that one again. I like the Savopoly. I love the randomness of it. Hey, Miss Shirley, how are you? I like the randomness of it. That it's just me rolling the dice, and I usually roll it when I'm making my budget. So when I start to make my January budget, I would go ahead and roll the dice. I will write what I'm supposed to put in that envelope in my budget so that when I'm getting paid for those pay periods, I can take that out to put into the envelope. Excuse me. And that's one of the envelopes that I actually keep locked up at home with whatever I save. So I literally take the cash out of my account and put it into an envelope. And then at the end of the year, I take that cash and do my shopping. That's exactly what I do. And it works out for me. That way you ain't spending no money that you didn't have. And you could spend before that, even if you didn't want to wait until the end of the year, if you want to shop before that. So yeah, it was a good time Thursday, Miss Shirley. We had you on there long too. It was a good time. It's been some good lives today. We had Urban on there forever today. Miss Shirley was on Thursday. We had her on there long. The conversation just has been really good. Very good and good topics. Carbon, were you live today? Because I didn't see you go live today. And I know you usually go live on Saturdays. And you didn't pop up in my thing because I be checking. I don't go to your individual pages, but I be checking the No, you did. Okay. I'll be trying to make sure I'm not crazy. Because sometimes people be making a video or going live, and then I find out about it. I'm like, it didn't pop up in my feed, and I was looking. So yeah, I tell you, the messiness of the tube. But yeah, guys, so I'm thinking, and I'll make a thumbnail probably sometime this weekend, actually, because I really think I am going to do it New Year's Eve, which would be Saturday the 31st, and talk about, do a giveaway for the savings challenges. So I'll give away this board, as well as whatever envelope challenge, because I'm going to do 2 challenges myself. You don't have to do both of them, but I'll send you the stuff for both of them. And the other one I think I'm going to do is just like a savings challenge to a particular dollar amount. So you just can put in what you want to when you want to. And then you'll just bubble in circles at the particular increments until you get to that full amount. I think that's what the other one I'm going to do instead of this one, where you specifically put in a certain amount each week, because some people might find it more difficult. Like if in weeks 1 through 9, no problem. I mean, I have $1 on week 1. I have $2 on week 2. But when you get into your 40s and something, and you're putting in 40 some dollars a week, that might be a lot for some people. So people don't have to feel the pressure of, because I know I can be very routine. So I would stick to what this says. It's not feel like I can go away from what it tells me on the envelope. If it tells me $40, I have to put in $40. It's how my brain works. But I will, some people might not have that problem. I do. But I felt like if I just made it less of what you having a specific amount, even weekly, you could do it yours monthly if you wanted to. You can put it, because everybody gets paid different too. So you could do it however you want to. You just at the end of the year want to have that particular amount saved. That's how I think I'm going to do my other one. Everybody needs a break, Carbon. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. I just out the blue was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go live today, because there was some great lives today that kind of sparked my I don't know, it's kind of sparked my brain a little. You was in Urban's earlier. That was a really great conversation. And then I checked out Planter a little later today, and he had some good conversation going. So there's been some good lives today on some good topics. And I think going into the new year, we'll probably see more of that, because especially for somebody like Planter, who's a teacher, and his skill set, he's very good with the gardening. So he wants to teach us. He wants us to be growing our own. He wants us to know how we're going to make sure, well, not make sure, but just have the highest probability of getting a harvest. So he's always trying to teach that. Hey, D-Mood. Yes, D-Mood was in Urban's live as well. Good conversation. I mean, it just was a great live, guys. A lot of you were in there, so but it was a good conversation. But yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of that. And that's why I just want to lean into an area that's not where you're going to get information already, because we're all preppers in our own ways. There's a lot of different preppers in the community. Spread your wings. There's some good stuff out here. I mean, there's a lot of good prepping information. Everything is not gardening. Um, there is the 2A community, and I'll be over there too. So y'all probably see my face in those chats as well. And one thing I wasn't big on prepping with those things like batteries, flashes. I keep batteries, so I can't say I wasn't prepping with them, but I wasn't looking at it as a prep. I was looking at it as I don't want to run out of batteries, mostly for my remote. Not so much for like if the power goes out and I need to, put batteries in flashlights or whatnot. Like a go bag. I didn't know what a go bag was at first. Like the community is how I found out what a go bag was. So, and then some people have a coming home bag or whatever they call it. Um, or getting home bag or something like that. So, I have learned to start keeping certain things in my car just to be on the safe side. And prepping things at home to be ready for, circumstances in which you gotta go. You ain't got time to be running around the house trying to collect stuff. Have it right there together, be able to snatch that bag up and go. So the prepping community can help in so many different ways. Don't get stuck in just one certain space on this platform. There's so many people out here doing so many different things and are just willing to share the information on what they're doing and how they're doing it and why they're doing it. And maybe you'll find something there that sparks your interest, and you're like, I need to probably add that to something that I do. That doesn't mean that if you go into a certain community, you have to go out and buy all the things to do whatever the prepping thing that they are doing is. But you can set a mental or write down somewhere like, this is something I want to work towards. So maybe this month I go out and buy this and this, and I have it for my bag. Next month I go and get this and this, or just this. And now I can add that to my bag. So in increments, we are very impulsive sometimes, and we think we have to go out and buy all the things at that given time. And that is not so. You can pace yourself, set a goal, write it down, check them off as you get them, and just build it up. You know, don't go broke trying to do what some people are doing in the community, and know that something somebody else preps to have in their go bag might not be something you particularly need. You don't find a need for. So we do, Carbon, we do learn and grow. Learn and grow. And just know, hey, David, you up there in the bushes. But yes, just take your time with it. You don't, like I said, you don't have to go out and just get all the things at one time. Like David ain't gonna need to worry about having feminine products if he has to go. So he ain't got to put that in his go bag. I do. So think about those things. Like, what do you need opposed to somebody else? You might not need those things, but those people who are sharing the items in their go bag may give you some ideas of what you can put in yours. That's all I'm saying. Because that's what I do. I take from it. What do I need that? I don't, but you know what? I need this. So maybe I'll put, so just build it up for you. This is about you and your family. And one thing I didn't think about as well is that when I first started hearing about go bags, you just think you need a go bag. Well, I'm just one person. I have 3 people in my house, so we need 3 go bags, because every one person shouldn't have all the things. What if you get separated? So there's just so much information in this community, y'all. So much. And I love it. I love it. And so many nice people that are willing to share the information, that are not trying to make you feel some kind of way because you don't know these things. We can't know everything. We just can't, you know? And some people aren't thinking about some of these things. We live in this world where, we don't think about the what ifs of the really crappy stuff. The stuff we see as entertainment where people are having to, you know, um, live in a bunker or something for a short period of time. Um, as we have done scenarios on my Fly Families channel. Um, and I love that. That's a preparedness thing. Like, discuss what would you do if you had to be in a bunker with 4 or 5 other people that you may not even know that well, but you guys gotta, work together in order to survive. What would you do? Hey, Hutch, because we can't get out here and just do everything by ourselves. That makes us a target. If the crap hits the fan and we out here trying to do everything ourselves, who's watching our back? Because we trying to do it all by ourselves. It's better to work as a community if you can. And you do have to gain trust and you have to be trusted, in order for it to work, but it's doable, you know? So just think about that, making sure that you're prepared and you have a skill set that's going to be valuable to others, that you may be in a situation where you're all stuck together and you got to work together to survive, you know. And we got people in this chat who have skill sets in different areas. So I'm just saying. And I want to be with people. I don't want a bunch of people who could do the same stuff I can do. I need some people who can think of and do the things that I'm not even going to think about. So yeah. I didn't know you could use ash for, was it ash for bathing? Was that what was said, Carmen, when we were doing our scenario? I think it was ash. And I was like, is that a real thing? They were like, yeah. Oh, David, you better stop. Would you trust me? I'm saying you can't trust everybody. But I think if you were stuck in a bunker with me and Urban and like some of us that you talked to, you discussed with on a planter, you'd be good. You don't know us, but I almost think you getting what you see is what you get with with us. I don't see any of us being. I couldn't imagine any of us being different than what we are on here, because I know I ain't, but I don't see any of y'all as being any different. I know David ain't. I know Urban ain't. I've seen you guys on your platforms and you are pretty who you are. Listen, Hutch said community requires trust. Absolutely. Trust requires work. That part. Like minded is not enough to survive together. That part. Listen, let's put there just in case somebody missed it. Just in case. I missed Good Eats Live today. I was out in these streets. Dang it. She had a giveaway. But yeah, David's being a brat in the chat because he didn't win. But I missed it. But this is a very, very good statement because that's true. Community requires trust. Trust requires work. It's just like any relationship. Relationships require trust. Trust requires work. If you break the trust, it's even harder to get it back. And sometimes you never will. So, you know, like I've always heard, I can't remember who the first person I was who heard it. I was about to quote it as my mama, but I don't remember. The person, be the person, be you, the person you are, even when nobody's watching. Be genuine to who you are. Don't put on to be somebody different just because people are watching. Mm-mm. Be that person all the time. Be that be your person. Like, one thing I would get very offended by is somebody attacking my character, because this is who I am. Don't make me out to be anything outside of what you see. This is me. I am in front of you on this camera in all my imperfectness. That's who I am. Sorry. That's who I am. I am just a person. But this is who I am. Everything is a relationship. That's true, David. How do you handle what? What are you talking about, David? What you talking about? I'm too old to play games now. I know that's right, Miss Shirley. How will your circle handle pressure? Listen, one thing that one of the scenarios that was within the bunker was that I got sick, like plague type sick, and I had I can't. I don't think I disclosed it, but I think Carbon noticed it. Carbon was also in the bunker. Carbon Q, and she talked to me about it. And so it was like, well, what will Carbon do? And Carbon's like, well, I'm gonna talk to Gina, but I'm also gonna tell the group because it could affect the whole group. And I wouldn't expect any less, But what she also said is that she would try to see if she could find natural remedies to help me to get better, so that it wouldn't be something that took out our entire group. So she didn't just first go to, look, she's got something that can get us all sick. She got to go. We got to get her. She can't, we can't just let her leave, because then she could go find some new people and tell them where we're at. And if she's mad, she could take us out. So we got to dispose. She didn't go there though. She didn't go there. She's like, you know, let's see if we can help her before we have to make any, drastic decisions like that. So you have to think about all those kind of things, though, because you just never know. Did I miss something? Oh, yeah. I saw that. I just saw David say facts. And I was like, what are we talking about? Hey, unicorn lady. But yeah, we have to, but we got to trust somebody. And until somebody, destroys that trust, because the person whose live we were in did. I don't think he thought he was destroying that trust, but he did. And it was his wife to be the first one to say he got to go. And we all uniformly felt that way, because he messed up the trust, and he didn't think that's what he was doing. He thought he was being helpful, but not. You can't help by keeping secrets. That's not helping. You can't help by keeping secrets and thinking that you can fix something or work something out without including your whole group in that decision. It don't work like that, because now you've gone behind the group's back to discuss stuff with another group of people, and you're telling us after the fact. Mm-mm. Nope. I know, Carbon. She like, yep. We all was like, sorry. But in that scenario, you gotta go. And we can't just let you leave, because you can come back and, because he had a crap. My thing was buffering. I don't know why. Anyway, Hutch said I get stuck in a bunker. Everybody gonna get what? Cabin fever is real. That is true. Nothing personal. I just can't do the locked in thing. I get that. I can understand what you're saying. Hutch, we need a Gina skill set. And we all had different ones. And you know what? Also, one thing about me is that I can tend to seem harmless. And I like that. I like that. So, am I back, guys? I seen over here. Shut up, David. You get on my nerves. Can you guys hear me now, though? I'm sorry. Hey, GT. I hope you can. Okay, thank you, Unicorn Lady. But I do like that because I feel like in a scenario where as a community we are working together, there's going to be other communities. And if you think those other communities, if they come across you, aren't going to watch you to see how you guys move, you're crazy. Because if you come across some people, you're going to watch them and see how they move. And you're going to look for where you think you see weaknesses. And those might be the people that you try to, either you're going to ignore them because you feel like they're not, I don't need to worry about them because they're the weak link. I need to take out these people who look more dangerous. Or you're going to try to go after the weak one to get more information about the more dangerous ones who you think is the weak link. And sometimes you might get surprised. So never go into a situation assuming that someone is a weak link. Just saying. Just saying. But yes. What did you say, Urban? Note to self. Doing to go. Don't go into a bunker with Hutch. I know. Tie him. Listen, if we have him in a bunker, we're gonna have to tie him down. And that still makes him a little dangerous to the group. And he's dangerous if we can let him go outside of the bunker. He's just dangerous. Hutch, you just put yourself out there that you're dangerous to have for the group. That might not have been good. You got a heart thing. What's the heart? Hey, you got a heart thing. What's the heart thing? Urban. Why do I gotta be tied up? Because you would be a danger to the group, Hutch. Carmen, you still in here? Tell Hutch he'd be dangerous to the group. How and what is that? What? Lock you out. I just wanted to be pretty. Betty. Yep. I am. You. One thing I'm gonna tell y'all: if y'all don't follow Carbon, y'all might not know this, but you need to be following her. Carbon, anytime you see her on somebody's live, she's pretty much this is her look. But she's very nice. So she's not being mean, but she's listening. She is always listening, and somebody who listens picks up on that. Because most people probably don't even look at me and think she's a thinker. You got to watch her. She's a thinker. And I do remain calm. And I am much a thinker. My mom used to say that. I am such a thinker. But yes, I'm going to think through any situation because I am also somebody who tries to be a problem solver. So yeah, great observation, Carmen. I appreciate. Urban, you need that body heat from that is true. I agree with what Hutch said. I do agree with that. But when we said bunker, it was very loose. And what we had the capability of going in and out. We weren't in it wasn't like a bunker that you couldn't leave out of. Because we had a garden, so we gardened. A couple of the guys went into the woods to try to find food, like anything, bird, um, not a regular bird, but something big enough to eat, deer, whatever. So we weren't in a situation where we were like, uh, there was no way out of this space. So even if it was a room like this, we had the ability to go outside and have actual sun and air. So yeah, we were just held up in the bunker for safety because that was like shelter. Shut up, David. That's right. Tell them, Urban, her bonnet got superpowers. He does. That's the thing, Hutch. I think you probably would be okay because you wouldn't be stuck in the bunker. You can go in and out. I think, but I get what you were saying because I would probably, if it was somewhere that I couldn't go outside of, like a room, even if it was bigger than the room I'm in right now, this is a bedroom, but I turned it into my office. But if it was bigger than this room, even twice and three times the size of it, after some days, it will feel like that room is doing this. No. So I get what you're saying. I've been trying to get people to take 3 days and just stay in one room, no distractions. Whew. I'm okay with the isolation. Could I survive 3 days? This is the thing. With my family, yeah. With three people that I know but don't really know, I don't know. Because that's where the trust has to come into play. Yeah. That's a good prep. That's called prep, guys. Put yourself in a situation that could possibly happen and see how you do. And then you could keep doing that until you get to a point where this is you could deal with it if you had to. Even though you don't at this time. Just getting there so that you can be prepared if you ever had to. Carbon said you're going to outside patrol, Hutch. Outdoors. He said treehouse for you. Listen, they say you gotta go online. I don't know, David. Listen, ain't you a Scorpio? That's all I'm gonna say. David, three days in the room with you, David. I don't know. Some of these people ain't gonna make it. They ain't gonna make it. Cause one thing David ain't gonna do is bite his tongue. And it ain't even in a nice way too. It's okay to be free to speak and say what you want to. I don't know that David could say it nicely. I don't know if you could say it nicely, David. People be in their feelings. You know how people get when they get in their feelings. Hush said, David, that's fine. I got plenty of smoke. Okay. Listen. Listen. Hey, Felicia. I could do 3 days at home, but a room is something else. Yeah, I could do it in a room if it was with my husband and daughter. I can't I can't say I could do it with anyone else at this time. I can be alone. Me too. I could tell that, Carmen. I definitely picked up that on that you are okay with, yeah, and I am too. And it's funny. I tell people, and people I don't believe me sometimes, but I think that I forced myself to be more extrovert because I was really introvert younger, and as I got older, I find it to be less uncomfortable if I just speak or something, or like, start up a conversation or something like that. And then the person just goes on their way and I go on my way. Um, but I am definitely introvert. I am a homebody. I enjoy my home and my space, and I enjoy the people who live in my home. So I don't mind being here. And my husband is the same way. He's a homebody. He's home more than I am. I'm like, don't you want to go hang out with your friends? But yeah, a lot of people don't have to like the thing that happened in 2020. Child, don't threaten me with a good time. Lock me down. Don't threaten me with a good time. And I've always been a well, I haven't always been. I've been a couponer for a long time. So I ain't need to go to nobody's store for a while. I could have been on lockdown for a long time before that would have been a problem for me. Listen, don't threaten me with a good time. Uh-oh. Got to get comfortable being, yes. I agree with that, Hutch. I've seen I think my family does that. They take their tent out and just like spend a couple nights out roughing it. And I know it helps. But child, ugh, I don't know. But I know it. I mean, the people who do those trial runs, they're gonna be in better shape if something goes down. You're a Scorpio too, Hutch. I think you're nice, David. I can't say everybody else does. I think sometimes people get a little offended. But I think there's a community of us who we don't have no problem with you. But I have tough skin. So I know you're not saying things to be hurtful. At least I don't think you are. I don't take it that way. Um, but some people have hard times taking hard truths. Just saying. But I think you're a nice person. I'm being serious when I say that. Scorpio to my heart. I know, honey. I could do it, but it would be difficult. I agree, Felicia. Yes, I did the no water running, just bottle water wipes. When I tell you it was hell, I caved on the night of the 30th. That's actually good though, Carmen. You made it that long. Stayed in the shower for almost an hour and a half. Mm-hmm. I'm a huge Walking Dead fan, and I'd be like, the way them people be dirty. I can't. I don't care if everybody smell like I do. I don't want to smell like it, and I don't want to smell you smelling like it. Mm-mm. Oh, I just pray that there's not we don't deal with a crap hitting the fan situation because good lord. Oh, mm-mm. David would turn everyone against each other. He might. Hush, that's why they don't like society. That's right. We put y'all in the treehouse with the smoke. Mm-hmm. Alone, no people in. Listen, unicorn lady. That's exactly what I call it. And when I am peopling, the last time I peopled, I got sick. And it wasn't even that many people. But I'm like, it's always some disrespectful mofo who come to something knowing that they don't feel well and don't care about the other people. And it wasn't the C, it was the flu, but still, I was down for 4 days, and then my whole house got it. I was pissed. That's why I don't be peopling. And this was, oh, yeah. And this was only like 8 people. But it's always someone. And the person it was is somebody, it wasn't even like it was a stranger. It was my niece's mom. And I was like, why? That was so selfish. But yeah, I am a loner, but don't lock me in a room. I like to roam free. I agree, Urban. I used to tell people in my 20s because I've always had a car since I was like 18. And people would always be like, you always at home. Okay. And I'm like, now, mind you, I always kept a car because if I want to go, I can go. But I ain't got to go. if I don't want to, and I'm comfortable in my space. But I'm like you, except for with 2020. Now that's threatened me with a good time because that wasn't. I mean, I could still go outside my home. I could still go for a walk or something like that. You just were trying to populate less with people in more closed spaces. But yeah, that didn't bother me none. I could still be in that. No, I would. No, I'd be good. I'd be just fine. But that's me. I know everybody isn't me, and I don't judge people who aren't because I know everybody is not like that. Some people need that social interaction. I could come talk to y'all. Nobody plans for the mental torture. Yes, some people can't be in a space where it's just quiet. I love it. And the reason they can't is because and this is the reason I like it. I like it for the reason that most people don't. In your quiet time, I mean quiet, where you are it's just you and the things that are happening in here. The stuff that is happening in here, some people don't want to deal with. That's why they keep noises going around and around them, things going on, because they don't want to sit down and deal with those things. I like that. I have my clearest like thoughts. I come up with the best plans and things like that when I'm in my quiet space. If I just go for a walk and I'm by myself and I'm just walking and my brain is always working and I'm thinking about stuff and I enjoy it. But I enjoy it for the same reasons most people don't. And that's why we're all different. That's me, unicorn lady. I actually don't. My my friend, her birthday passed, and she got together with a lot of her friends, literally around the corner from where I live. And I saw pictures on social media, so I was messing with her, and I was like in front of her other friends, and I was like, "Yeah, I didn't get an invite to the. I saw everybody here in the pictures, but I wasn't there. Nobody said where's Gina." And so people were starting to make excuses like, "Oh, I didn't even think about, coming up with reasons why no, I might not have gotten the information." And the friend whose get together it was, she looked at them and she said, "Y'all need to stop listening to Gina. She ain't coming to that. She would not have come." And I was trying to keep the straightest face, and eventually I started laughing because she knows me so well. Like I said, "But you still could have invited me and let me tell you I'm not coming." But she know me. It ain't for me. This is hard. Yep. You got to be okay with your thoughts. That's what I was saying, Carbon. So right. And that's the problem. Most people aren't. We don't need their bunker. We can start our own better bunker. And they aren't invited. Y'all are a mess. I was in your bushes for a while before I spoke to you. Listen, don't be plotting on Carbon. She ain't as listen. Don't sneak up on that girl. I'm pretty sure Carbon can handle herself. Just saying. Just saying. You have to turn the walls into the outside. Imagination is key. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that is true, Carbon. Truth hurts. It does. He's a big teddy bear. And that's David is too. I think David is he just gives us a hard time in these chats, but it don't bother me none. I actually get excited when I see David. I'm like, oh, look at David, he's here. Cause he don't bother me none. I don't that's because I'm not taking personal the stuff that's being said in the chat. I might give him crap here and there just to give him crap. That's just giving him crap. Just because. But I think if first of all, if he was that bad a person, he wouldn't be bothered coming up in people's these lives and actually contributing to the conversations and stuff like that. Whatever. But everybody is different on how they take people. Um, Listen, I get it. I get it. Like it's not your friend. No, it is not. Mm-mm. Excuse me, y'all. Uh-oh. What did it say? Oh no, I don't want to smoke. Listen, unicorn, you and you know a mess. Mm, I've had to do it before. Tight quarters, few resources, knowing that it was temporary helped. That does help. That absolutely does help. And listen, when I think about the house I grew up in, Chad, I'm like, we grew up in a tiny house and it didn't seem like it growing up. I mean, it was literally a 3 bedroom box. It had 3 bedrooms, but it wasn't big. It was not big. And we didn't, you couldn't tell me that it wasn't big at that time. But I remember going back to the house that I grew up in after I was grown and I was like, this house is small. I know now I'm grown, so we're bigger, but geesh, it was small. 3 kids and 2 adults. It was a small house. I'm just saying. You ain't got nothing if you ain't got. Don't disrespect George Clinton. That's right. Hilarious. I like being in chats with some of y'all. Yeah, because y'all get me. No harm, no foul. That part. That part, David. And it's just gonna be always be some people who be in their feelings. But I've never taken anything that you've said as personal. Ever. But I've seen some people, I can tell when they comment and stuff that maybe they're taking it personal. And I'd be like, David is harmless. He's a sweetie. I ain't no killer, but listen, I think that goes for most of us up in this piece. Listen, my kids are gone and I love my space. Sure, I enjoy when someone pops up, but just as glad when they gone. That part. You are certified. The wagon is way. Have y'all been over to? Actually, Hutch, drop your link, and anybody in the chat that wants to type in frugal, Frugal. No, it's not cap sensitive or anything, and it will drop your channel link so people can come by and check out your content. I'm an empath. I need the quiet. I am an empath as well. Absolutely. I never equated it to that though. How I like my quiet. I never equated it to me being an empath. Gee, we getting old, girl. Listen, are your eyebrows turning gray? They are not, David. However, y'all can't probably tell, but this is salt and peppered, and it needs to be shaved down. I haven't shaved it, and I'm salt and pepper all up and through here. But my kids just stress me out, and I am not old. I'm all 45 years of youth. How dare you? I've been doing my nails and listening. I was like, Gina, don't go nowhere. Listen, that's my cousin. She know. But you better not be trying to talk about me because Brooke don't be going nowhere either. She go more places than me though. She will get in the car and go see family, city over in a minute. But yeah, I don't be going nowhere. That's not true. David is lying. That is not true. He would bite. Ain't nobody worried about 3. You better be small but mighty. Small but mighty. Right, Carmen. Damn wrong. David like to stir the pot. He do. He be in there for all fun. That's why he don't bother Urban either, y'all. By the way, so don't get people who know who be in most of these lives. They know that David don't. he most of the time we just be laughing because he a mess. See, they go back and forth. You like to stir, but I'm Del sure ain't no pot. But you say, don't make me push you. Uh-oh. Oh. It will probably break my relationship. And it wouldn't be about nothing he's doing. I don't want to be outdoors. I'm the person. I'm the problem. I don't like outdoors. I don't like bugs. Child, I don't even want to think about it. I'm not. I'm moving on. I would be the problem. He'd leave me. I'm just saying. No, no. I disagree, Felicia. I am. Mm-mm. When I tell you, I can't. Mm-mm. I must be kind of behind. I ain't worth watching. There's still twerking videos out there. But you sometimes. Ah, hilarious. Empaths can feel the energy very strong, very, yep. And we have to protect our peace. I agree with that. And it took me a while to get there, but that I am absolutely there. I protect my peace. Just drop Naya off now. Wait until she is in the air. I wish and I know I'm on live, but I still wish you would have called so I could have said something to her as she headed off. But hopefully, I'm praying for safe travels for her. Not hopefully, I'm praying for safe travels and that you guys have safe travels. They're just taking a little weekend. Well, Naya's not, but Naya is Lydia's daughter, and she got her off to go to family for Christmas. Yes, drop your link, Hutch. I hope you already did. You know I love being home too. She does. Wait, Cheryl. I'm my boondocks. Listen, what you know about boondocks, David? What you know about that? David be making it seem like he halfway off grid. Helps me with all the other energies around me. Sound is an energy, so the quiet helps me. Yes. Yes. I love it. Quiet does not bother me. That is peace. That is peace. But I noticed that there's a lot of people who can't do it. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. I mean, I don't know. I think you should be able to, not have to be like I am and be able to go long periods of time in quiet and be okay. But you should be able to be okay and quiet because, yeah. And usually, like I said, it's because you're not dealing with something. I don't want carbon Q. I don't. Oh, don't know what she's talking about. I think she's talking about because you said you was gonna push him or something. I saw earlier. Well, why not David? Biting. David is a biter. I have learned the difference between being alone and being lonely. That part. That part. And maybe that's the thing of quietness. Maybe some people are lonely in their quietness and not just taking in the alone time. I take it in alone time because I'm not lonely. There's people when I open this door to my room, to my office. There's people on the other side. Sometimes I be like, I have to leave sometimes just to get that quiet. I have to have my. It helps me. I show up better if I can have that time to decompress. I need that. Mm-hmm. Yes, that part, Carmen. They always. Who picking with you, David? We don't be picking with you. He said we remind him of family reunions. David is the starting Bulldogs. Listen, He threw out boondocks. I was like, okay. Yeah, I do see that Hutch dropped his link, so I hope you guys saw that. I make my own noise. That part. That's crazy. I'm gonna need one of y'all to tell me how to do the links like that. I got you. Well, if I don't know if Carbon, I think she probably has connect for you. Is your um email in your about? I can send you what I did to set up that. I actually didn't it I didn't figure it out myself. Um who is that urban who because you sent me over to his channel to do that. And why is it not coming to me? God dang. God dang it. Devil dog. Devil. Like devil dog. He did a tutorial on how to set up Nightbot. So not just for that drop of a link, but so you can do all the little comments and stuff in your Nightbot where it drops stuff for you. So yeah, Devil Dog, and he's really nice. Really good channel. Truth be told, I wouldn't want to stay with some of y'all because are you serious right now? I can't. Do you know how to do a Carbon? Because I think I just assumed because I know you guys did the Christmas. He was part of the 12 Days of Christmas that I was a part of. So I just assumed maybe you had contact for Hutch to be able to give him the information on setting that up. Oh, not Nightbot. We can send yes. Yes. See, we got you, Hutch. Look at people in the chat. They're like, yeah, oh, we'll send that to you. Uh-huh. I prefer it. I know some people like mods, and I have mods, but some people like to let their mods drop stuff. My mods drop stuff for me, but if somebody's in my chat and they can drop Frugal to drop their link, just drop Frugal. The mods usually drop people's links for that I might mention or ask them to put in there that aren't in the live. But yeah, or know how to keep your hand. I'm so done with see this. I'm so done with him. I am so done with David. Right on, y'all. I think I need to do it. You do. It's a good tool to have because it just takes it. If you allow people to drop links on your channel, like some people I know don't really like that, but I don't care. I want people to let's let's all get to know each other. Let's all get to know each other. Listen, Carbon, David, I was like, what do you know about that? I'm like, Tori, I said it and I ain't taking it back. That you are. You are. It wasn't Belt Loop who did it, GT, unless Belt Loop is in here and you're speaking to him, which I didn't see him. It was Devil Dog. But they always together. That's probably why you thought Belt Loop. Yeah, they're always together when they do their lives. Not always, but they do a lot of lives together. But yeah, it was Devil Dog. And we copied. Yeah. And I was going to say, Urban, if you want to drop Devil Dog's link in the chat, that would be great. And then people could just click on the link to his channel. Excuse me. Even better if you drop the link to the video that he did. But yeah, I literally copied and pasted the instructions. And he went through it really slow. So it wasn't like you're gonna have a problem with it. Am I the only one with friends? Do you have friends, David? Do you really? Because you just you be in here starting trouble. That's right. Devil Dog's number is on his about page because he will if you call him, he'll walk you through it. He's really, really nice. He really is. He's just a nice guy. And somebody to take the time to do a tutorial on how to use something that everybody is like getting newly acclimated to, and they're like, I don't really know how to do these things, and then people who are doing it on their channel don't really share what they did to do it. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Yeah, I'll see a heart. A heart where? Somebody else said that. You're not talking about these lights behind me, are you? Where do you see a heart? What up, broke? How you doing? Broke, you going live tomorrow? Are you doing your Sunday live? They just hard-headed. Here you go. Q, hush, don't blush. I am ambushed. Listen, Miss Cheryl, I'm a mod on a few channels, and I had to ask on help. I was like, "How y'all be dropping them links?" But the problem is most times I get on people's lives, I'm on my phone. It's harder to drop links when you're on your phone. So yeah, Q needs a booster seat to drive. Hutch, be nice. She said she used a cushion anyway. Y'all should get to know the people y'all sub to, especially when you don't know their name. I agree. Some people don't like to share their names, and I know some people's names that are in here that don't go by their names, but I don't say their names at all because everybody doesn't want their name shared. But I do try to. I will ask people, if they're comfortable with me saying what their name is. I'll call them by that instead of their channel name. I'm easy because my channel name is my name. Just saying. But I get it, David. Because I'm more of a personable person, so that's probably why I'll be like, if you don't mind me knowing, what's your name? And even if you tell me, if you say, well, this is my name, but I'd rather you just call me blah blah, I'm gonna respect that. Thank you, Urban. She's gonna find the video and drop it. She probably might have already done it because she has, because I'm behind. Yes. What heart? What do y'all see? Tell me more. Where is this heart? Where is it? Let me look at it on my phone. Oh, wait a minute. Here we are. I don't see no heart. Where y'all see the heart at? Tell me what y'all see. Do you, Miss Cheryl? Or is that your alias? Just in case you didn't get it the first time. Get what? Hey, Hudson. Q. Just letting you know, I ordered an Azure order and I use your code. Make sure you get credit for that. Just saying. And I know two people have, me and somebody else. Make sure they're giving you credit. Let me know if you don't see any credits for someone ordering through your link. Hudson is your cousin, David? Is that why you treat her nicer than us? Thank you, Urban. She dropped the link for setting up Nightbot. It's on the phone in the chat emojis. Oh, it's in the emojis for the chat. Interesting. I see it. Let me see. You now can pin a message to the top of the live chat for viewers to read. Click on the message, use it. I can do that. What does it do? Oh. It shows, oh, you guys can't see it. It just shows some of those top emojis. Um, is that the first time y'all seen that today? Because I haven't seen it, and I've been on some people's lives. Interesting. They need to monetize me. No, don't test me for the emojis. Monetize my channel. I don't use my real name because some of these people are bad. That's crazy. I mean, that's crazy. That's true. Stalkers and creepers everywhere. Facts. That's very true. I don't see a heart. Please pass. It is a heart. It is there, Miss Cheryl. I saw it. David on the side of the screen. Yep, I saw it broke. Emoji list. I wonder what that's about. We probably got an email that I haven't read that's saying something about that. Broke sees it too. So some people have it and some people don't, apparently, like everything that they do on the tube. I thought it was just me. Heart. Yep, Miss Shirley, I saw it. I don't see it. Hush doesn't have it. What is that? I don't know. Look on your phone, Gina. Look, if I went behind, I would have saw that you had already told me to look there. Huh? Yeah, it's my first time seeing it today. For sure. You don't have a code. Who got the credit then? For what? What did I miss? I don't have a code. A code for what? Did I say carbon? No, I said Q. I was talking to Hudson. Her name starts with a Q. Sorry, Carbon Q. It's scoring with Hudson I was talking to. She has an Azure code on her channel. She does Azure hauls, which that's not all she does on her channel, but she does do some hauls on her channels. Her channel, a few couponing things on her channel, and gardening, um, and cooking. She be cooking too, so she do a mosh posh of a little bit of stuff on there. But I'm sorry, I did say Q. I was like, did I say Carbon? I said Q, and I was actually talking to Growing with Hudson. Sorry, I was confusing everybody. My bad. Treats me sweet and nice. I'm so sick of you. What it do? It don't really do nothing, Felicia. It just shows like some shortcut emojis, I guess. It has a heart, um, the little celebration emoji thing. I can't remember what the other ones were. It's Growing with Hudson Urban. I'm sorry, I was being confusing. I was talking to her. She has a code for Azure because she does orders with them. So if you order through her code, she gets, I think, a $20 credit. Don't give me, I think it is. Is that right? Is that right, Growing with Hudson? David treat me like a stepchild. Listen, see, David, don't let him. See, y'all to just pass it. Uh-oh, I went too fast. I gotta go burn stuff. Y'all be safe. Have a good one, Hutch. Thanks for stopping by and hanging with us for a while. Have a good one. Yep, Q times two. See, I told you some people I'll be knowing their name outside of their channel name, and then I didn't even think about it when I said it. My bad. She also said the name. I almost said the name. Hilarious. No worries. Oh, her legal name. Yes. Yes. Yeah. But I'm not saying anything she doesn't say on her channel. She will say her, she's cute. So, oh, it's 25. Just make sure you got it. That's all I care about. Is that they give you the credit. Because I picked my order up. I think it was Tuesday. Monday or Tuesday. And the other person just picked their order up. No, I picked that order up before then because I the curry powder I used came from there. I picked it up 2 weeks ago, and the other person picked their order up yesterday. So I just want to make sure they give you your credit. That's all I'm saying. Hey, G Mama. But yeah, um, I had placed the order with them, and I have a video coming later that's going to show what I got from Azure. Because I picked up a few things, and like I said, a video will come to share what I got. But I will say, for the most part, like there are some unique things that I really, really liked on there. But for the I'm going to share it in a video. But some of the stuff, like depending on what it was, I can get bulk at Costco or something. So it just depends. I still shop for prices. I ain't out here just throwing money at somebody. I ain't about that life. So if I find a good deal there, but most of the stuff I got were like herbs and seasonings and stuff because very good prices on quality stuff. So yes. But yes, I will be doing a video sharing it. I didn't do a big haul. It's just a few things that I wanted to try out. But so far, the things I've tried, especially like that curry, I won't have to buy any more for quite a while. But that was some very delicious curry powder. I also got like an Italian seasoning. Anyway, honestly don't even remember what all I got to share it in a discussion, which is why I'll do a video. Because when you be shopping, especially when it's online, sometimes you just be buying stuff. Because you might be hungry when you're shopping. Anything. I'm just saying. So far, I do. I've only tried one item, but I like it. I like it, and I haven't edited the video. I did it before I used the product. That's why. That way, I wasn't opening it before I did the video. I just need to edit it. Shut up, David, if you still here. Because I was in Lasha saying edited it. And he was like, did she just say? Giving me crap. But yeah, y'all. Well, I done, kept y'all here for a while, but just to kind of go over what I did talk about for those who came in a little later. One of the things anyway, because I talked about a lot of random stuff. I want to do a live where I share. I'm going to do a giveaway of a couple of the tools that I use for my savings challenges. So like this Savopoly board and envelopes for this other savings challenge I want to do. You still here? Okay. And I just didn't want you to start giving me crap. And we're going to go into this year just making some clear financial decisions so that when we want to do something, go somewhere, take care of something, we good. We ain't doing something. Can I be a winner? Yes. Why wouldn't you be able to? And I will that's what I'll do with the envelopes, because I won't do these because these are very girly. I will do some that will be okay for if you're a guy who wins or a female who wins. So I will do that. I will create a design because I've been having fun doing that anyway. But we're just gonna make some better financial choices so that we are not only prepared, because most of the stuff that we need to do to be prepped for a SHTF situation is going to take money. Just saying. So let's get that together, and then we can make sure that we can take care of the things that we want to prep. And not just that, just anything we want to, if you have a goal that you just want to have all your debt paid off, or you want to pay your house off quicker, or you want to buy a car or pay your car off quicker. You will talk about how you can budget and make a plan to do that without feeling like things are tight, because they usually not. Usually our money is tight because we just spend it recklessly. So yeah. And I did discuss, I did a live, it's been a while, where I talked about what I did to um, boost my credit score. And I might revisit that too going into the new year. I actually just got an email the other day and checked it because they send me an email every so often if it changes. And I still haven't hit the magic perfect number, which is I think 850 is the highest your score can be, but it did go up to 830. I'm like, they just won't let me have that 850. I don't care if I never get it, but it's just like they just won't let me have it. But excuse me. Hey, recyclable homestead. Just know that I worked on that. I worked on it. 20 something year old me had a 600 and something credit score, sometimes probably five. I don't even know because I wasn't looking at it like that. But I know by the time I did, and when I say six something, I mean like 615, like basically barely over six. Um, I don't remember ever having a score even hit seven until probably let me see, 2011. So about 2014 is probably the first time I even seen it hit seven. Just saying. And that's when I was working on it. So yeah, we'll talk about those things. So for those who care, for those who want to, just get better in that area, um, and make some choices that will just make things a lot smoother in your life, because that's what we want. My early 40 self was in Miss. You ain't alone. You are not alone. And just know, this is the thing. And the reason I share it is not to judge somebody who's not. Because I just I came to a point in my life where I stumbled across the right information and the right person that was sharing it to have things. And I was in I was in a place in my life where I was willing to listen and adhere to the information that I was given in order for me to make the transitions that I need to make to get there. Like, yeah, you got to be there. Like my car that I have now, when I bought the car, it was 4-year old car, I think, when I got it. And so it wasn't new, but it was a certified used car. And I was like, I didn't want a car payment. The only reason why I got a car is because my car got totaled. Somebody hit me and totaled out my car. And the car had the value on it because it was not a newer car. Now, when I bought the dang on car, it was. But I'm the type of person that when I buy a car, it's gonna be my car until it's not my car anymore. I don't need to have a flashy, pretty, everybody's like, ooh, look at her car type of thing. I'm not about that life. So the car was totaled. The amount that was paid out would not buy another car that I could feel comfortable driving. So, but when I got the car, my goal was I'm not gonna have a car no long. This is a 5-year car loan. I want it paid off in half. If shorter than that, better, but at least half of that time. And I did. I did. But I had to have a plan, and I had to budget to make sure I had the money to throw extra on it to make sure I got it paid off earlier. And I did. I'm the same. Get me from point A to B. Listen, and I take care of my cars. So it's not like they just be jalopies either. I take care of my cars. I go get my oil change like I'm supposed to, tire rotations, all the things. But I don't need my car is probably, it's very basic. It's not dated. It's basic though. So I don't have all the computer stuff that most of the cars have now that do all these fancy stuff. Like my daughter's car, her car is only a couple years newer than mine, but her car is a sporty edition of like the Ford. the little one. Is it Escort? I think. And she got this feature where she could turn on these lights around her feet, on the feet of the car, and she could make it whatever color: blue, red, purple, yellow, orange. I ain't got time for all that. She didn't buy it for that, but it does have it. But I'm like, I don't need all that. Mm-mm. No, because the blue, orange, purple, green, red ain't gonna get me to where I need to go. I just need a reliable vehicle. Now I will make sure that the vehicle I'm buying is reliable. So that's why I like to do, if I'm not buying, I've never bought a new car, but I've bought certified used, because they're certifying them almost just as much as a new car. So, and I haven't had any problems. If people would just stop recklessly tearing up my stuff, I would be fine. But I've only had one car get totaled in my life, so I'm being a little dramatic. Anyway, guys, I'm wrapping it up. But I think I am going to come on New Year's Eve. I'm going to do a thumbnail so everyone will know ahead of time. And I think that's when I'm gonna do the giveaway. And then we'll, just sit up and chat and kick it New Year's Eve. How about that? For those who ain't going out and doing things. That's just one more thing to break. Listen. True. But yeah. So we'll do that. So be looking forward to that. I would love to see all of y'all there. I'm gonna be I don't know if you were in here growing with us, and I think when I said one of the things is going to be this Savopoly board, and then also another giveaway that I'm doing. You will get both, and it will be more than one giveaway, but you will get both to start off the new year with a savings challenge. And you don't need these things to do the savings challenge, but it does make it a little fun for me. I'm that person. I have planners galore and stuff like that. So I like all this random stuff. Some people don't need all that. They just need a notebook with the information. So I don't know. Oh, that sucks. But I get it. I get it. But you know what? We'll talk. All right, y'all. I will talk to y'all later. I done kept y'all for a couple hours. I'm about to go heat this food up and finish it. And I hope you have a good day. All righty. I'll probably see y'all in here because I'm gonna still be in these YouTube streets and I ain't doing nothing. I'm probably about to watch something on Prime and listen to people on YouTube. How about that? So I'll see y'all. Have a good night, everybody. Bye.